Hi there, guys. It's Extreme Wirehead here for another Remains of the Day. I should really be making these more often, but let's get started along with a little bit of an intro. I recently just bought a book, which is called S, and some of you may already know about it and have probably read it. Don't spoil me. It's a J.J. Abrams book about a library book, which was stolen from a high school. And the author is apparently a revolutionary, somebody who's crazy and amazing in Germany and very well known. And somebody stole it from their high school, took some notes. Somebody else found it in the library, in a different library, a college this time. And these two literary minds come together, a boy and a girl, and they start talking about what they experienced, what they've seen, what they liked about the book, and what they think about everything in general. And that's an interesting little thing. And one of the things that happened after we mentioned this, when I mentioned this to my parents, my mom asked, "Why is it getting popular? What does it tell us about people that these kinds of experiences are the kinds of books that people buy nowadays?" And it really gets the mind working on the dynamics of the whole thing. There's the idea that maybe people are just more intimate about things now, and I can see a little bit of that. It's a lot more difficult to have a private life when the internet is around and all these different things are happening to you and whatnot. But the second thing, and I think the thing that really gets me, is writers and people who actually get published are more in control. That's the word that I'm looking for. They're more in control. They are allowed to use the rules. They are given the rules of whatever literary idea they've got, but they are allowed to break them. And understanding how far you can push the envelope and create these amazing experiences. And this is a book where it's basically showing off that it's a library book. It's got postcards, there's writing on the side. It's an OCD person's nightmare. And that's one of the things that makes it so interesting, because it looks like it just came straight out of the story. Like it came straight out of a movie set. It got all the props, it got everything written right there, ready for you. You just need to solve the puzzle. And then you're not solving just any puzzle. You're solving a puzzle that came from that world. And that level of authentic feeling is something I think you couldn't do if you were stuck with the idea that, oh, but it has to be clean, it has to follow a certain flow of story. We aren't that kind of people anymore. We're a lot less handholdy, a lot more interactive, a lot more getting in your face. That's another reason why, and this is just a really simple segue, video games are such a big deal, because it's much easier to get immersed when you're doing something, when it tells you to do something, when you're solving a puzzle, when you're making actions, when you're making decisions about stuff. And that is amazing. In the end, I've got nothing else to say about that other than enjoy it, because, the authors, the people writing these things, they want you to be immersed. They want you to be a part of that story. And they have the tools now. All we need now is a bunch of great stories to follow them up with. And there's so many to pick from. You just need to pick one that you really like. I don't really mind what you like, because that's what you like. But as always, that's what I've got. And if you ever want to pick it up, it's called S, and the book is actually called The Ship of Theseus. Although you don't buy it for the book alone, really. Anyway, I've been getting a little bit back into reading. It's the new season of anime. I've got work to do, and I've got video games to play, especially One Way Heroics. Wow, that's another one that really shines this idea of being an interactive puzzle. I'll talk about that some other time, but let me just say, if you like the book S, you'll love One Way Heroics, because it doesn't handhold you one bit, and it's a great feeling when the sense of urgency is tied together with a great puzzle that you could completely get wrong. And even if you get it completely wrong, you'd feel like, oh wait, I just finished everything. And it's that moment when you realize you've only just hit the first peak of 7 others that really, really gets to me. Anyway, I'll see you next next time I find a topic, really. This has been Extreme Wirehead. If you have something that you liked about the day, about the week, about the month, share it, understand it, talk about it, have a discussion going, and maybe we'll talk about it too. And in that light, we just get ever closer to the singularity. And I'll see you next time. Peace.